Hey guys, so this video I'm just going to talk about how and why I was in a self-improvement rut and how I got out. Because for the last, I don't know, maybe week or a little bit more, I haven't been following my own advice and I haven't been sticking to what I know is right, and I just want to talk about that, and I want to be honest with you guys. So yes, I was in a self-improvement rut and I hadn't been following all the things I've talked about, and I really wasn't trying my best to improve myself, and yeah, I want to admit that and talk about it and maybe help you guys if you're going through something that was like that. So like I said, for the past week or so, I've been in a self-improvement rut. I'd been on a down period, which is totally normal for self-improvement journeys as long as your trajectory is going up. You're never going to have a perfect straight line going up to success. It's always going to have dips, and you just gotta make sure you get up. You admit what you're doing and you get up and keep fighting. So yes, in this rut I was doing a lot of bad habits. I wasn't doing as much of the good habits. I was eating worse, I was watching too much YouTube, I was meditating worse, I wasn't journaling. I just wasn't putting my all into this, and you know, I do apologize for that because I am here to help you guys with it, and if I'm not doing my best, then that will translate into worse advice and worse videos. So yeah, and really what it comes down to, guys, was I was just making excuses for why I was and wasn't doing the right and wrong things. So I would make excuses for, say, my shoulder, it's been sore, and I would use that excuse to do some of the easy things and just say I'm just resting when I really could do more than I was doing. And so I was using this excuse, which, you know, so if I was sore and I could go to the gym, but I just wouldn't go as intense, I would just use that excuse and just not go at all. And this is really not what we should be doing, guys. And another excuse I used was it was my brother's birthday, and I used that excuse to eat unhealthy and, you know, have some cake, which I really shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have, but it's just these excuses we use, and we got to admit and have the humility to say that we were wrong and get back up and keep going, because this really is a journey upwards. Even if we have the dips, we're still going up, and we're just going to make sure we keep doing that and not go down. Another thing I did which was wrong was I thought I could indulge just a little bit and that would be okay, but what you got to realize is doing zero is better than doing a little bit. And what I mean by that is, say you do something like eating bad, it is so much easier to eat no bad food than to eat just a little bit, because you have that taste and you have that, and you get a taste for it, and then you realize that, oh, this is really nice, and you want more. If you have zero, then you never actually have that in your mind, and you just don't indulge at all, and it's a lot easier. And that was the mistake I made, was I tried to indulge a little bit, and it just went too far. But the one right thing I did is I'm admitting my defeat. I'm saying, yes, I messed up, but you gotta make sure when you get pushed down, you get the fuck up, okay, you guys? You do not stay down. You get up and you keep fighting. And another thing is as Hamza says, the actual legendary quote, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. This is a very powerful quote, and you gotta remind yourself of this every day. Remind yourself of this every day in everything you do. And when you don't feel like doing something, read this through your mind. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Because when you do it when you don't feel like it, and you do the hard work and you complete your goal, it just feels amazing. And yeah, you gotta push through these hard times, and you gotta do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Another thing I wanted to say is find what motivates you, because, you know, all these people say, you know, motivation is not what you want and you should only rely on discipline. But yes, you need to build your discipline, but motivation is such a powerful tool to use to boost you further. It's like a power-up, and when you have that motivation, you boost. And if you can keep that motivation and find what motivates you and be motivated every day, you'll be a lot better off than if you had no motivation and just had discipline. And yes, there will be times where you don't have that motivation, and that's when you have to rely on your backup discipline. But if you find what motivates you, then nothing can stop you. For some, it might be goals, and you might read over your goals. This is what I did, was in this rut that I had, I wasn't consistently checking my goals page, and I wasn't reading over my goals and my visualizations of what I'm doing this for, and that made me lose my vision of why I'm doing all of this. Once I read over them, I just got this big boost of motivation to keep going, do the hard work, and stop doing these easy dopamine activities. And maybe for you as well, it might be goals and reading over your goals, or you know, it could be anything that motivates you. Maybe it's looking back on your progress that you've made. That is a really good tool. And yeah, just find what motivates you and keep doing it, and try to keep your motivation levels high and keep building your discipline at the same time, because you might need to rely on that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about, guys. I just want to, you know, come clean for myself and say, you know, I wasn't doing my best, and I apologize, because I need to do my best for you guys, and I want to encourage you guys to do your best. And who am I to say push really hard and do your hardest if I'm not? So I just wanted to say that I'm sorry, guys, but I've got back up, and we're gonna keep going, and we're going strong. I was meant to do a video yesterday, and this is the reason why I didn't, was because I was in this rut. But I'm back today. I've got a lot of motivation, and I'm out of the rut, I'm out of my dip, and we're gonna keep going. And I encourage you guys to keep going as well. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you gained anything. If maybe you're in a dip as well, maybe you're in a rut, maybe this helps you get out. I hope it does. Yeah, I'll be back in a day or two with another video. Also, thank you to my newest subscriber. We've got 3 on the board. Let's go.